I was like, what's the other thing I've always wanted to do? I was like, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, you know. Why am I not doing it? I'm confident now. I talk to people. I don't mind having a camera on me anymore. So what is it that's stopping me? And I was like, I care about what people think of me. And I will always say to anyone, in anything in life, don't knock it till you try it.
For some people who don't get streaming, because there might be some people.
I've had a few, don't you worry. I've had a few. I just always want to make sure the core to that is what my passion is, which is I just want to be me. I want to be my nice self, enjoying games. I will work hard enough to make sure I make it. I will do whatever I have to do. I gave 13 to 16 years of my life to play football. If I can do that and not make it, I can give 16 to 30 years of my life to be a social media influencer. And I don't think it's going to take that long.
Welcome everyone. This podcast will be all about the future, beliefs, and business. Today, I have a very special guest with me. His name is Max, and I know him because he's my personal coach at the gym. And one thing I know about him is that he wants to become a streamer, so we'll find more about that in a second. But for now, Max, thank you for coming.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Max, let's start by just how's your day been?
It's been a good one. Fridays are relatively chill for me. As you know, my weeks as a personal trainer can be busy. I like to set myself a nice little tone on Fridays just to put my feet up, make time for gaming, of course. That is always a priority. A bit of social life, bit of things like that, but it's been good. Yourself?
Yeah, no, I've had a nice day so far. So I work as a developer at a company in Bath, and today has been I worked from home today, to be honest, and nice. I know, and it was I was creating some new things for a project I'm working on. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it is a bit hard, but today's been sort of like a creative day.
Any breakthroughs or? Any
breakthroughs? To be honest with you, yeah, the morning was quite a breakthrough. With I was trying to fix some accessibility. Accessibility sometimes is a big thing, and if you go say you go on a website,
of course,
one thing you want to make sure is that the website itself is accessible for everyone. You have normal people, per se, who can hear, look, and see normally. Mm-hmm. But there are some people who are deaf or can't see, visually impaired. So you want to make sure that the websites are very much accessible for them as well. And one of the projects I'm working on, because we're building something from scratch, we want to make sure that that thing is accessible. And it's a bit hard sometimes to make sure that a feature, a website, something is accessible. So it's quite nice when you fix an accessibility problem with the website or with.
It's nice to hear a bit more of insight, because when we talk in the gym, it's very much probably me doing more of the talking, if anything. But it's nice we kind of touch the subject on what you do very briefly, but we've never actually delved into a little bit more some of the specific things you do. So it's actually quite nice to hear.
Yeah, so this morning was all about fixing things that need to be fixed. Yeah, but in the second half of the day, I because obviously now with the podcast, I've learned how to edit, and it's quite cool sometimes, like edit videos, and I've started having different ideas on how we can do better things at the company.
That's a huge flex, by the way, being able to edit. Yeah, as we spoke about before, I find it very difficult.
Yeah, it's a learning curve, but once you kind of like in a good. After a couple of months, you're into it and it's all good. And
or you're like me, I gave up halfway.
You gave up halfway.
I go for short format instead.
That's cool.
I'll get there. I'll get there in the end.
It doesn't matter.
I'll get there.
Yeah, and the second part of the day was literally, there's an innovation day coming up at the company. Sort of like a hackathon.
Okay, cool.
But this one, having the difference between that and innovation
I've always heard hackathon.
Yeah.
And because again, when you hear hack, you're thinking, again, not say illegal stuff, but hackers. So when I hear hackathon, is it just literally like a sesh of just engineers come together and just do a lot of work for a long period of time, or?
Yeah, I think there's two sides to it. I think so at university, there used to be like a hackathon competition.
Cool.
But it wasn't really us going and trying to hack something.
Okay.
It was they had 3 or 4 categories.
Okay.
And we had to come up with some ideas in those categories. And then build something and present our ideas or the finished project, and the best 3 or 4 people would win a prize.
Did you win?
I never won anything, no.
Come close?
Not even.
But you tried your best.
God loves a try.
Oh.
No, I didn't even try.
I'm trying to dig out of a hole here and you're like...
Yeah, no, I didn't even know what I was doing. I said yes twice. No, once, because my friends were like, "Oh, you should definitely do it." Yeah, no, and it was a 24 hours one. I didn't want to do it.
That's
I
rough.
did, and I was like, "Yeah, rough."
24 hours.
Yeah,
Mad.
it was in my first year as well, so I didn't know.
They sleep. Was it like tag team?
Some people
where-
don't sleep, but I only stayed up until like 3 o'clock, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm going to bed for like half an hour. Leave me alone."
Don't blame you.
Yeah,
Don't
there's a
blame
second side to it as well, though. So, for example, different software companies they have sort of like a hack day where they either bring in experts or people who are better suited from the companies.
Okay.
They gather around and then try to basically hack the application.
Really?
Yeah, to see how vulnerable it is.
So maybe I wasn't far wrong then. There is
No.
some hacking.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, no. For us,
I'll
we
take that.
have an innovation day coming up where we basically come up with ideas that are basically not necessarily all about the work and about the company, and more about cool things we could do. And we spend the day doing that. So my job so far, because I'm involved with it, is I'm trying to like come up with different funny videos and then film them and then edit
Nice,
them.
nice.
So I did that for like a bit today. Yeah, I enjoyed
So
it
a
much.
pretty successful day then, enjoying it.
Yeah, much more than the actual coding, I'll tell you that. Sometimes much more than the actual coding.
Something about funny videos, I guess, just to make your day better.
Yeah,
That's good.
honestly.
Nice.
So we started this whole thing saying it's all about business and beliefs and vision and all of that. So let's look at yourself. So I'm really interested because you're young, you're 26. I want to know about your future, about your dreams.
Okay.
So tell me a bit about that, please.
First of all, I'm having like a mid-quarter life crisis where I think 26 is old, so just let everyone know. If any of you are older, I'm sure you'll kill me for that. But yeah, so going into my sort of futures, hopes and admirations. To be honest with you, as much I'd love to sit here and say it's all PT gym focused, a lot of my goals at the moment is far from that.
So let me just stop you for a second there, because you mentioned PT. Before you answer the question, what are the things you're doing now?
So I dabble in a few things. If people say they're personal trainers, they're probably doing a few more things than just personal training, unless they can rack in loads and just in a good city to do that. But normally we're dabbling in a few things. So for me personally, I started off as a personal trainer. I worked for the gym. So what that would look like is I would work hourly around 12 hours a week. They would pay me to kind of do some classes and stay fit and enjoy it, very rarely. But they would pay me, that money I earned would get taken off rent, all that stuff. When I realised that, damn, I've got to graft at this, and this is a lot harder than I would have liked it to have been, I started dabbling into a few things. So I did some coaching on the side, just doing some football stuff, doing some rugby stuff at a school in Chippenham. And then...
What sort of coaching?
Just some football, nothing.
Oh, so like actually like
yeah,
coaching
yeah.
at
Football.
Okay, all right.
That's just extra bit of income, to be totally honest. And the kids are all right, they're not too bad. When the next step up, which has actually kind of elevated my business to the next level, is through personal training. I met a lovely woman with her son who has autism. And through my own lived experience, I've got multiple family members with it. I've got ADHD myself. We're all neurodivergent. Asked me to just train her son and kind of just support him. Just to be honest with you, just exercise, nothing from it. And then just from having a really lovely relationship with him really enjoying the space I created for him. I've been had it now for 3 years. The mum was like, damn, you're onto something here. She's a social worker. She was like, yeah, this guy, you can dabble in other things like and then she brought up mentorship. I think the local council will tell me not to use mentorship because I haven't legally got the qualification, but I support children who are neurodivergent. And yeah, I just started with that, bit of word to mouth. And to give you guys more of a breakdown instead of just saying it flippantly, I like to provide a safe space where children who are neurodivergent out of school can have that space to thrive and be themselves with no judgment from me because I've experienced it.
And how do you do that?
Basically, what I try and do is, as much I always ask myself that question, I'm always like, Mum, when are they going to find out that I just actually don't know what I'm doing? And she's like, well, you're obviously doing something right. Because you've got multiple people wanting your business. They love you as well. They enjoy it. And the kids are thriving. They're thingy. So I looked and I was like, right, what am I doing? And I think a lot of it, and the reason why a lot of intrigue around my name within that sort of scene came up is because I don't have the typical educational background. Didn't go to uni. Didn't think this was going to be my future at all when I was younger. Footballing was going to be like, I'm going to get paid to kick a ball in a net. didn't go that way, unfortunately. But it just, I didn't go down the educational route. And I think they just appreciate the fact that, again, came from a different approach, which is always in this sort of space is really valued. And I just took that lived experience of knowing what it's like to be around that sort of energy, neurodivergence, where people can be dysregulated. And what we mean by dysregulated is where they can sort of they go off, they're kind of got a normal level. And if something happens, whether it could be change of schedule, something happens that day that just throws them off, they go from normal level, drop, and that can be they can just shut off. They can get angry, they can be violent, loads of different things. And I've worked with a lot of people who, when that happens, I always say, that's when I earn my money, when all that happens. So when they lose their head, when that happens, I've seen people kind of, oh no, like you can see the shock and the kids pick up on it. They really do. And I think just the fact I've got that understanding, I've been around it, I try and take an interest in what they find interesting, take a really nice caring approach. As much I love to say, me as a person has learnt whatever, I just think I've always been told that I have got quite that nurturing aura, selfless kind of caring. So I think they can pick up on that. I'm not anxious, I'm not panicking, I'm just here. Let them be them. No pressure. They can talk to me. I've talked about Star Wars. Funny enough, I went to my brother's baby's first birthday, and one of the parents there was not sure if her son was autistic, but there was questions around it. And I just sat with him. I was like, "Is cake involved? He wants to chat. I'll chat to him. It's fine." And we just started chatting. And can't lie, we were talking all things Star Wars. We were talking all things gaming. And I'm like, this guy, he may be like 10 years younger than me. I was like, but we've got some similarities here. And I was just being me, and he was being him. And then towards the end of it, the mum just hugged me and was like, he's never spoke with anyone like that before. He very rarely conversates with that one, like with people on that level. So I think it's just maybe they can pick up on that I'm neurodivergent a little bit, but I just always take a soft approach. I understand that they've got stuff going on in their life, and there's just no pressure on things. Let them be them.
So the age group is 15, 16, 17?
So I work with kids from the ages of 10. I don't have a strict rule. It just so happens that I've been working with kids from 9, 10 up to 17. So anywhere between that range is mainly the client base I'm working with. But to be honest, I'll just work with anyone that gets put in front of me.
And I didn't quite get that. When you say mentorship, one side to it, which I'm hearing, is obviously chatting with them. Is there personal coaching involved as like...
Yeah, that is, again, thanks for remembering that. That's actually one of the main selling points I should actually say is what my pitch is. The main point of what is also very attractive about my business in that and what service I provide is because I always take a fitness approach. So as through knowledge I've picked up through doing emotional coaching and stuff with companies that I'm now subcontracted with, they say things like exercise for young children is really good for their development and just regulation. But regardless, even before knowing that, I'm a coach myself. If I'm telling people just to sit on their bum and do nothing, I'm not really doing my job properly. But there is so much benefit to moving your body. So I like to have the physical side of it. So what I do is I find a little bit of space. I think I use an assault bike. You have used your assault bike before, so you know what the name of the bike is. That horrible little bit of resistance.
It's not horrible. It's quite nice because when you're on it, it gives you, in a hot environment like a gym, obviously as you pedal more,
bit of aircon.
Pushes air on you. It's like
natural aircon.
Yeah.
So we've got one of them in there. So I always want to make sure they move their bodies and they've got that kind of mental support with a bit of physical support. And again, it will all change depending on the age of the child. At the start, it's just let's just move and focus more on the emotional side of it. When they're a bit older, because I've got another client who's the oldest one, 17, where we are just he's very switched on kid, very, very switched on kid. We have lovely chats. So I don't think it's so much, I'm not here to parent them. I'm not here to educate them. They've got enough of that in their life. I'm here just to be that role model to them that you can be yourself, you can be supported, and there's an option for people like that out in the world. And I mean, there's something I'm doing right because they like their sessions with me and they've stayed. So
I'm just curious because apart from, you said something interesting there. You said because you're also neurodivergent, sometimes they might pick up on that and open up a bit more to you. Well, let's take that out of the question for a second. What's the difference, do you think, between, say, for example, you and their parents? What do you think that is? Because to me, it seems like if you're a parent, you would want to listen to you will listen to your kid. You will be there for them. And you're sort of doing the same thing, but why is it that they open up to you more than maybe sometimes the parents?
Again, it comes from, with any job experience. And at the end of the day, parents are not just parenting for the first time sometimes. They are also understanding that their kid is different, which is what I hear a lot. So what is hard is them trying to cut that emotional connection from being able to parent their kids, support their kid, and not also just be emotional. From fact, I've seen parents, obviously, even my own family, sometimes have been a bit physical, and I've seen people, they've had to walk away, and in an ideal world, you don't want the parent to leave, you don't want the parent to stay there and fight, but they've got their stuff going on, then they've got their own challenges, so I guess the difference is I'm coming from the outside in of, I've got, in theory, no emotional connection, so I can be there to support, I can be there without any sort of ties to, not offended, not taking anything to heart, I'm there to support, take that approach, and I don't really take anything to heart, so I think I can take the emotion out of it. I can put it in when it's needed, and I do care. I do care because it's almost, I like providing the service I wish I had and my brothers and my family had when I was younger. So that is a big thing to me. But yeah, I think it's really hard. I see a lot of the time these parents who are just trying to parent and then realizing there's that added challenge of my kid can't sometimes go. Most of the kids I work with can't go to school. So they're on top of it. And then naturally, if the parent takes a really good first approach and they're really on it at the start, if their kid's with them all the time and they can't understand what's going on with their kid, because some parents also have been brought up where autism, ADHD, like my dad took till he's 40 to come to terms with his autism. So some of them don't even take that approach and they don't get it. And it's not their fault. The intention is there to care for them. It's not their fault, but they don't always provide the best, support in that way. Great parents. And yeah, they've just got their stuff going on, to be honest.
I see. So we've covered so far the fact that you are mentoring young kids. Mentoring, young kids.
I love it. It needs to be done.
Yeah, and also helping them with fitness. You're also a personal coach. What else?
Outside of what's technically what pays me money or what doesn't pay me money, or just in general, what do I dabble in?
We can talk about your dream as well, if because that's included.
I was wanting to talk about my dream.
Go for it.
Any chance to just go on about it. We can go a little bit deeper with this. So again, you've learned more about what brought me into fitness and stuff, but actually, you're gonna hate me for this. I want to give a bit more context.
Go for it.
I've not always been, with my jobs, I've not always been the front runner or chatty. Believe it or not, someone who talks as much as I do used to think they couldn't. I couldn't even, I even told my parents, I was like, if I was ever a single child, how would I talk to you? Because I wouldn't know what to do to my own parents. So when there was ever tasks, so I didn't think I could chat a lot. Probably didn't have a lot of confidence when I was younger. I used to work, so like my first job, I worked in a kitchen. Yeah, that was brutal. Absolutely brutal. But up until...
Washing the dishes?
I started off like that. Lovely £50 a week just to scrub the plates.
Yeah.
And I took that next jump up to work in a kitchen. And I think that was one of the most important, and I promise you it will come full circle.
Yeah, go.
Because it all brings into developing who I am now, because that was a big part of my life. It brought not so much confidence in my ability to go out and chat to just people, as in random strangers, but it taught me that I've got the confidence and to build relationships and have a lot to give to people when I like, this guy is not just someone in my job, like this guy we love spending time with him. You're honestly like a pivotal role here. And that took me in the next jump. Had a crash through COVID, went and worked in Iceland. That was a bit of a shocker. Just a shocking experience. Working nights, so it's never good. And COVID wasn't great. And I just thought I'd bite the bullet. My older brother was like, get into coaching. I was like, oh, I can't. So how am I going to talk to people? So how am I going to do that? And then I realized I cared a lot about what other people thought. So long story short, fake it till you make it. So I started working in a job and I was like, just got to go for it. I don't want to be miserable. Started the job, going to classes nervous, but I'm good at being like, "Whoa, right guys, we're ready, come on, pump." Always got good energy, but inside I'm a little bit shaky. And then once I kept doing that, just kept reinforcing behaviors of like, I'm actually not I'm not bad at this. I can talk to people. I can actually pull any conversation out of anywhere. And it kept reinforcing to me, I'm like, my kind of imposter syndrome disappeared. And I was like reinforcing the fact, I was like, I've got ability in this.
What was it about, sorry to interrupt, what was it about you that you were thinking, I can't talk with people? If you were only a single child, you wouldn't have been able to talk with your parents. Why were you convincing them?
I think it's just lack of confidence. I think it was just a lack of confidence. I didn't think I was second youngest, or well, technically youngest. I'm a twin brother, as you're aware of. To obviously got two older brothers, and I just think I wasn't quiet. I was always the silly, weird kid. I still am, and I love it. I will always be the weird one in the room, and I'm okay with that. But it was more, if I did it outside, I think I was a bit of an insecure. I didn't think I had a lot to give looks wise and all this stuff. I was like, oh, people aren't going to want to spend time with me. So I think naturally from that, it took a hit on just keeping the distance. And then all I did was football. So when everyone else was developing their social lives, going, my brother's sneaking out drinking or, smoking this or that. I'm like, no, football, get away from that, stay away from that. Football it is. So I think the natural development, and like when I got to 18, I just sat there and I was like, what social? I sat with my brother and, I'm not going to condone any of this, but he was smoking weed and he was like, he's like, do you regret anything? I looked and I was like, I've missed out on a bit of a social life. And that was at 18. And I sat and I went, I just got to give it a go. And then again, just move forward. So I think it was a lot of insecurities. And again, I think going into my first job, I was getting people think I'm attractive. People think I'm funny. People want to be my friend. I'm doing well at my job. I'm all these things. So I'm just now getting validation reinforced in me being like, come on, Max, like you've got something about you. You're not just here for no reason. And I've always believed, even on my lowest day, I am not going to be having a normal life. I never thought I'm going to do a dead end job. Even when I was earning 100 quid a week at Iceland, barely scraping by my bills, I was like, I'm optimistic. I was like, I'm not going to be doing anything dull. And then that was, or even the days when I was like, I didn't even think about doing social media. I know I loved it, but I wasn't even thinking about doing it. I just, in the back of my head, I was like, there's more to me than just working. And it really hit me. And I don't want this to be like a diss to anyone. Like, I fully think you guys do what you want, but I've learned that I've got a lot more ambition than I thought I did. And I just was not happy with thinking my life was working a night shift in Iceland. Waking up, getting told what to do by people who weren't very nice, getting paid not much. And I was like, that's just not me. I just can't do that. And then moving forward, even then, that was in 2021, mind. It still took till 2024 for me in November just to be like, so what did I want to do in my life? Football. I gave it a good go and I gave it a good go. Don't regret not making it because I gave it a fair shout. I was like, what's the other thing I've always wanted to do? I was like, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, I was like, the Sidemen, traveling to Germany, doing all these game stuff. I was like, I would love that. And I just thought, why am I not doing it? I'm confident now. I talk to people. I don't mind having a camera on me anymore. So what is it that's stopping me? And I was like, I care about what people think of me. And I went, why? I was like, why? I was like, why do I care? And I was like, what are they going to do? I was like, and then the one thing that hit me, I was like, what if I went to my deathbed and I didn't give it a go because I cared what someone might thought of me, I would be heartbroken. So I was like, am I allowed to swear on here? I was like, fuck it. No one's going to stop me doing what I want to do. I'm 25. I've still got a lot of life to live. Started TikTok. So I was like, so again, I've come full circle, going to my dream. And I started TikTok because I thought, you know what, just get myself on a screen, just posting to the world. And most importantly, funny enough, it was then became less of caring about what randomers thought and then about what my family thought. There's still the challenge I have to this day, and I know it's completely a me thing, is filming in front of my family. I cringe. And I do a lot that makes me cringe, and that's fine because it's cringe until it's not. until you make it and you get paid for it. But it's just the thought of I can do TikTok lives in front of my mum and dad's wild, isn't it? And I was just like, I'll get that. I'll crack it. I'll crack that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've got enough time. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't care what people think now. I just don't. Like, everyone's got their shit going on. Everyone's got their thing. And if I'm stopping what I want to do and living the life I want to live because Susan down the road might see my video and think I'm a knobhead, cool. I'm still going to post my gaming videos. So I'm trying to move now into streaming, YouTube, TikTok. I just want to be a content creator. Most importantly, spread positivity. As much as I love to be a rage baiter, like that would get me, I feel like that would get me views. But it's just, my partner was like, that's not you. So why would you do that? And I'm like, yeah, but it gets me the views. And she went, but are you doing it for that? Or are you doing it because this is for you to just do your dream? And I was like, shut up, you're right.
Give a quick introduction. What's a rage baiter for some people who don't know?
I feel nice because normally I'm doing around brain rot, so I don't have a clue what's going on. A rage baiter online is someone that is deliberately going out of their way to try and get a angry or a bitey response where you get back and it's not a positive response. So, for example, if any of you out there play Elden Ring, shout. I play that now recently and I'm not doing very well at it, but I'm trying. I will post videos of me in a gym being like, hey, no one here knows I'm beat this boss. And people love to be like, he's not even that hard. Oh my God, I beat him first try. And that is rage baiting because they want me to respond being like, oh, shut up. Fuck you, mate. No, shut up. But my best approach is kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
I'll be like, good for you, mate. You must be really good at the game. It's my first playthrough. I'm trying my best. And to be fair, most time they come back and go, oh, fair play. Yeah. No, oh, have you? I've played it this many times. And they normally turns around. So yeah, I love a good rage baiter. I love it.
That's funny. With the filming bit, you know what? It's relatable, right? Because when I started at university, we were asked to record some of our coursework assignments. Mm-hmm. And I remember recording some, and I had to obviously record myself. And I was listening back to it so I can see, is this good enough? I was cringing. I was like, oh, I don't want to hear my voice. You've
seen those videos where it's like these guys go, what I sound like on camera versus what I sound like, and they just do like the most wild. That's honest. Actually, it's so relatable.
Yeah,
it's so relatable.
But I started a podcast, right? And I'm like, I think the first episode, I was like, well, I'm gonna hear myself at least 3-4 hours now, and that was when editing was taking so much longer. I was like, yeah. After that one episode, I was like, I'm fine. I'm absolutely
got through it.
Exactly. And now I record the videos for the company, and I go up to people and try to get them on camera. Oh no, I don't want to be on camera. And then when I play the video back, then I don't want to be in the same room. It's not that bad. It's like we create in our brains.
We're stopping ourselves.
Yeah, it's just listen to it. It's actually not that bad. It's funny.
But this is also why when I see what I'm doing, again, I think the beautiful thing of it, again, when I did my emotional coaching for my mentoring work, we learned a lot about ourselves because it was like what your values are. And there's a lot of values, but it's like what your top 5 matter to you. And mine was humor. And I will always go to humor. I will take a joke in a serious moment. Like, I'm the type of guy, if someone farts at a funeral, I don't care if it's my grandma. I am laughing because I want to laugh.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing. And I think in my family especially, we have been dealt some pretty shit cards, but we'll laugh our way through. So in those moments, it's like, just look at yourself and you go, like now I'm 26. I'll blink and I'll be 50. Am I going to look back there and be like, oh, I stopped doing what I wanted because I couldn't just laugh at myself for being cringe for whatever? And the thing is, the best things I see is online is people being like, these people going, oh, it's the same comment I just said to you is, oh, it's cringe until it's not. And these people have gone from like, oh, you laugh at your own voice, people take the piss out of you. But when you're making this much money, driving this car, doesn't have to mean it's about that. But it's like, people won't laugh then. So, and I think it's quite a powerful thing to be that person. It's not meant for everyone. Like what you're doing now, and what I'm trying to do, this isn't the reason why it's not everyone's doing it as a day job, because it's not meant for everyone. And that's fine. Everyone's got their thing they want to do, their role they want to do, their thing that brings them happiness. But I think it's just, even if they could just take a bit of that being like, just don't take things so seriously.
Yeah.
I love that. Don't take it so seriously. It's like, just have a laugh.
Yeah, otherwise, what's the point of everything you're doing?
Like all the shit going on in the world. It's like, right, if we had that and being serious all the time, it's like, we'd be miserable. So it's like, just laugh. It's fine. Whatever. Take a video of me. Cool. Laugh about it. Yeah, I sound like a twat. Cool. I'll post a video of me in the gym and people looking at him going, oh, what idiot? And I'm like, I probably am, but it's fine. So what?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all. Like, at all. I've come a long way to the point where I was that little kid who was like, couldn't even talk and do any, I had to be behind the scene in plays and stuff. And now I'm like, yeah, get me at the front. So I want to be at the front. Did I tell you about the Mo Gilligan show that I went on?
No, we can come back to that.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
Yeah, I'm more with streaming. So you described the dream.
Mm-hmm.
For some people who don't get streaming, because there might be some people.
I've had a few. Don't you worry. I've had a few. I'll shut up for this one.
Nice. So for people who don't understand what streaming is, or for people more specifically, for those people who don't get why someone would open up their phone and watch someone play a game, just can you explain that?
I can vent. I can vent.
Okay.
Not just I can vent this. It's funny enough. You bring this up. I had a client recently, and he's been really supportive. Actually, been really supportive. He's. I mean, you might not see this, but he's 50, and but for his attitude, he's quite good with this stuff. But he came to me and he was like, Max, I love what you're doing, but why the hell would anyone want to watch that? I was like, good point. And I went, do you like reality TV shows? He was like, yeah. I said, why do you watch these people? He's like, I don't know. I was like, you can watch someone. I look at it from multiple point of views. I like to watch someone because I think their personality and in reality how they are is really funny. So it's like watching a reality TV show. People watch Kim Kardashian just do her normal day and they're like, yes, Kim. All she's doing is her normal day, but because they react to her personality. I've got people I love. There's a guy called Jinxie who just plays Clash Royale all the time, but he is so funny. And I don't have a lot of people like that around me. So I'm like, yeah, I'll watch that. I like watching, one I've got a lot for my videos, is which why I'm getting a lot more support from it, is people love a passion of theirs to be loved by someone who is new within that. So for example, the reason why I jumped into Elden Ring is because it's hard. It's a challenge. I will rage. And that is my main point. I want to rage at it. But people love being like, yes, you've played Call of Duty before and now you've come into Elden Ring and I want to see your journey. I want to see you enjoy it. They want to live vicariously through me again. They want to have that journey again in my eyes and just watch the pure enjoyment and be like, yes, I love that moment. Did you love it? I loved it. Did you love that? Yeah, I did. And I get that a lot. So people want to love that. And they also want to see different perspectives. So with some games, a lot of games out there have multiple different endings nowadays. So it's like, based off how you are as a person, you want to go down this way, but I'm a bit different to you, so I'll go down this way. And they're like, oh, I haven't done that way before. Why would you go that way? Interesting. Why would you go that way? And they like to see your perspective and they're intrigued by it. So best way to answer it is just everyone's got their thing that they enjoy, and it could be for multiple reasons. And some people's reality TV, some people's TV shows, and some people are just watching people game.
And what do you say to those people? Because the same people might say you're wasting your life away playing games and recording your screen for it.
Try it.
Try it.
Try it. Parents have said it all the time. They love me. They support me. You're on that bloody PlayStation 4 hours a day. Have you played the PlayStation 4 hours a day on a game you like when you sit at a screen doing a job you don't like? Have you ever tried doing something you do like for a few hours? Fucking great. Fucking great. Honestly. And I will always say to anyone, in anything in life, don't knock it till you try it. If you're going to sit there and slag me off and say you play games and waste your time, play that game, give it a go, find a game you might like, look into it, give it a go. And if you don't like it, you're fully valid to tell me. But I'm not going to sit there and take it from someone who's not tried it. I'm not going to go up to someone who I'm not going to go up to you, do your software engineering job and go, oh, I wouldn't do that job. And I've not tried it. I'm sure there's great moments to it. So yeah, give it a go.
I like that, yeah.
Give it a go.
Yeah, because many people like to slack things off, just they think they have an opinion. You haven't even tried it. Mm-hmm. Go give it a go. I love that. I love that.
And I don't even want to come from the perspective of everyone's like the camera stuff, getting in front of the camera. It's like, well, you're not confident like me. I don't want to go and attack someone like that. Like, it's true, but it's like, it's fine if you're not willing to take that. And again, with the streaming and stuff, I'm willing to put myself out there. But yeah, just don't knock things. I think people shut up. It's one thing I love, and it's, again, also transfers into everything. If I can just put a title on everything I do, and the amazing thing about it is curiosity. And I think not a lot of people are curious. And that is, I've learnt that. I've not always been curious. I've learnt that later into my 20s. Be curious. I saw a video the other day of a guy who had this really lovely special moment with his dad, and he took his dad through. I don't know if it's necessarily Elden Ring, but it's a FromSoft game, a Souls-like game. I have to preface this because I've had people in my comments being like, "That's not the same thing." FromSoft or Souls-like game, and he gave it a go and he played it into the very end, and it didn't even just have like changes to his like how his motor skills were and everything. Like he had this special moment with his kid doing something he likes and bought into it instead of just being the dad being like being older and going, "Don't get that, why are you playing that?" He's like, "Why didn't I join you?" His motor skills got better, so he had lots of physiological responses benefiting, but he also had that lovely moment with his son, not slating him for once, just being like, "Yeah, let's have a go." And they honestly, you can probably find it somewhere if you just put kid playing with his dad who hasn't played before. And it's such a lovely thing to see because they had such a great moment together. It's lovely because his dad just tried it.
That's interesting, yeah. Curiosity combined with give it a go, that could help you a lot more than a degree.
Everything.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I'm sat where I am now and I've not been to uni.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not gonna lie to you and come up with these sob stories like, you know, in like X Factor where they're like, I came from nothing and now look at me. I had a pretty nice upbringing. I didn't have the best, I didn't have the worst. I did all right in school. I walked away with a few Bs, more Bs than anything else. Passed my college course, didn't want to go to uni, but I'm sat here now enjoying loving my passion, which is filming, and enjoying my job. And there's not a lot of people out there who can say that.
Talking about passion, tell me about, because you seem, obviously, I see you as a positive person. And I think
that's nice to hear.
Yeah. And
I have my days, don't worry, I have my days.
And I think people who are going to come watch this, the way you've been so far, you're a positive person, you're reinforcing good behavior. How do you do that how do you do that in the face of social media and your dream? Because going back to what you said earlier, you said you would like to be a streamer, you'd like to be like the sideman, you'd like to go to Berlin and play games, you'd like to go to Germany.
Get me out there, yeah.
That would be cool. And don't get me wrong, that would be just imagining for myself, like going and doing that for a living. It's crazy.
Great, isn't it?
And making money off the back of it. That's like
bonus,
right? So how do you stay positive in the face of, right, I don't have enough views, or say for example, this thing hasn't worked. How do you deal with that?
You know what? It's funny. I've been there. So with say how positive I am, I got to a point where I started off posting on TikTok. First video got like 1,700 views. I'm like going, I've made it, yes. And then as natural, and I'm not saying this as someone who's made it because I've still got so much more to go. I've got videos that pop off, like thousands of views, but then I do something that do 100. It's up and down. It's for the love of the game. But I've been in those moments where I was view watching, and it got quite bad. Where it got to the point where I was just watching for views and less enjoyment. And to be honest with you, I'd love to say I brought myself out of it. It's people. I would say you got to have good people around you. I've got, fortunate enough, maybe people who don't understand it but are there to support me. I've got a really, really amazing partner. She's a bit Eastern European, so she's a bit firmer on me, which is not the most comforting, but she's like, just stop it. You're doing this for the love of it. It's taken away from why you started it. You did this because you enjoy it. You do this because it's a passion. And the more I looked at the views, the more I was like, it felt like a job. Why is this not working? And it took away. If you watch my videos in that period, it went from being, this guy's just being himself gaming, to I don't know why I made a video of me in a gym vest being like, I take this protein and it looked like I was trying to be in an advert. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is not me. The best way you can get me is chat, be my genuine self. If you want me to script things, I'll try my best, but I'm just me. And it really, really a hard part. So I think having a great support network around you, it doesn't have to be 20 people, it doesn't have to be 100 people, it can be that one person who just keeps you going through. And that could be your best mate, that could be your partner, it could be anyone. Just find that person, and there will be in your life, you will have one person who's just like, go for it, enjoy it, and they will ground you when they need to. I think naturally when it comes more to hard times, I'm not one to quit. I'm not one to quit, which I didn't think I was when I was younger. I thought maybe I just move on to things, but I've not given it enough time. So as much as I was sometimes losing my head in the views, I was still trying to rationalize. And again, with the right positive reinforcement or the right words from my loved ones who were like putting me back to reality and slapping me around the face going, stop that. It really helped me get through the views, especially. Because at the end of the day, if it takes away from why you're doing it, what's the point? I just wasn't enjoying it. And it's like, yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. I think I sort of went through the same sort of trajectory there. I noticed that some videos were like hitting 1,000 views. Some videos were hitting 500 views. And then I was looking at the watch time to see how much people would watch the video for. And then 100 videos in, I realized, I sort of like stopped looking because I sort of like knew, well, that's not really going to change unless I change the content. And that's not going to improve changing the content until I find what I like. So I'm sort of like, it's nice to hear someone else in the sense of like place saying, remember what you do.
It's reassuring, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes, I was looking, I was not fully upset, but I was like a bit sad seeing like, oh, this video's got like 100 views.
It's because you care.
It's because I care.
Because you care.
But I think you're right. I think taking that, don't look. I've stopped looking at the views, really, because I don't like what I'm saying. But also it's helped because it makes me focus on the content, on the interaction. Because I think if I can improve this, then everything else will flow.
Of course.
In the right space.
I hate being the preacher. Like there's nothing more being like, this is what you need to do. You should just. I don't like doing that. I'm happy to do it, and if it comes off that way because I'm actually being helpful, lovely. But it's like when I watch these people who try and make views because they're like, they want people like me and you to watch the videos, be like, this is how you can break through this 200. I hear a lot, 200 view jail. You want to get through that? It's like, shut up. I just think there is nothing wrong with the way I look at it and the way I program it. You've got to give anything time. Was it they say something like, I could be completely wrong, and I'm sure they'll put in the comments or whatever, being like, wrong. Rage baiters probably. And they'll be like, probably, maybe like 10,000 hours into something until you're really, 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 really good at it. So it's like, look at that, put time into things. I'm just putting faith in the fact that over a long enough period, I will develop as a person naturally. My content will develop with me. I will pick up things that do well. I will drop off the things that don't. I just always want to make sure the core to that is what my passion is, which is I just want to be me. I want to be my nice self, enjoying games. And if I can alter my content here, I can, like recently I got my brother in my ear going, you need to change your angles. You need to change your angles. He was right, to be fair. I didn't want to tell him that he's right. And I've had people comment going, oh, great angle switch up. 6 months ago, I wasn't doing anything. I was doing the same angle, doing this and that. It comes when it comes. When you try something, you get good people in your life who go, oh, I've been watching your videos and I think that would be nice. Or again, you get a good guest and everyone's like, yeah, I like people like this. Or when you talk to them like that and you go, okay. And that means then you look for a certain type of person. You look for a certain type of conversation. Reinforces to you that you can have a conversation with someone without having to look at a piece of paper. So it's just give it time. Stick to the true core of what you want. Because I think, like I said to you before, if you don't love what you're making, how are you going to expect anyone else to love it or enjoy it? Because if you're sat there like, oh, God, this is boring, which I have done for my own content before, and it did actually do really bad.
No,
And
same
it's
here.
Just go enjoy it.
Yeah, there's
You're
some
gonna put time
episodes
into
which,
it.
there's some episodes which are, I'll be honest, like not all of them are interesting. Some of them I find boring. So if I find them boring, I can only imagine what someone
I bet it was an hour that felt like 3, didn't it? You're like, watched it back, you're like, oh my God, was it this?
Yeah, it's not ending. I'm like
Sure it was
editing
an
for like
hour?
hours.
Yeah, honestly.
But
I do agree.
Yeah, you just have to learn from it. I'm very curious about this because, okay, you remind yourself of the passion. You've got your girlfriend that helps you with that. And you've got this positive reinforcement which you've learned from the gym. Obviously coming from a place of not always being confident. Tell me this, why do you think you'll make it? What's the one reason you think you'll make it?
I will work hard enough to make sure I make it. I will do whatever I have to do.
Love it.
I feel like if I could I will do whatever it takes. And it doesn't mean, and I don't want to say that because that sounds, I watch people like, there's a guy who I do like his videos called Alex Hormozy, and I do like his videos. And,
I love Alex.
And he gets the piss taken out of him because everyone's like, just make $1 trillion and then you'll be fine and I'll make $250 million. What I mean by that is when I say I'm at a stage now where there's things I still need to try. I want to take the next step of my content of going up to people in the gym now. I do videos like this. I want to go into the gym and ask those people if they play Elden Ring, and if they do, how far they've got. But that's still a barrier of mine because I'm like, oh, what are they going to say to me? But I know I will get there. I know in myself there will get a point where that clicks and there'll be a perfect reason for it and it will just happen. So it's not that I think that I'm perfect now. I'm just willing to know that I will hit that point. I will put the work in. I'm dedicating the time now. I do my job. I do 3 jobs at the moment and I will make time in the evening to game. I'll make time to stream because it's a passion of mine and I want to at least get to my deathbed knowing I gave 13 to 16 years of my life to play football. If I can do that and not make it, I can give 16 to 13 years of my life to be a social media influencer. And I don't think it's going to take that long.
No, and 3 things here. Number 1, what you said earlier, is around 10,000 hours.
Mm-hmm.
If you spend...
I got that one right.
Yeah, if you spend on average 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 5 years, that will get you in a place where you are an expert. And even then, you'll still have to learn. But that's when you become confident enough to say, I've refined my craft.
And I want to learn, yeah.
Number 2, you know you will work hard enough until you make it. Absolutely agree with that. Because you need that. You need that you need the passion, but also you need to have this sort of thinking that I will do what it takes, and I will do even more to make sure I succeed. And I'm fully with you on that. I love that. And finally, so next Wednesday, when we go to the gym, you can ask me about Elden Ring. Then go on. I've never played it, but I'll be there. I'll do it.
I mean, I'm keen. Like, I love an opportunity thing. But it's like I said to you now. Actually, we're so good at this. Going to come full circle back to the Mo Gilligan thing. Look at this.
Yeah,
it's just clicking.
Go for it.
And it just clicks back to what I said about. There was an opportunity. My girlfriend took me to go see Mo Gilligan for my birthday.
Yeah.
And we went to London, and there was an opportunity to go up on the stage and tell a joke. And I would love to tell you that I can remember that joke, but it all kind of went in a flash because I was in front of a load of people. I loved it though. But there was an opportunity, and I just sat there, and old me would have been like, oh, it's awkward. I don't know what I'm going to say. Well, once they don't laugh at my joke. And I was like, what does it take? Just take the opportunity. And again, I don't always say work at it as in like you have to literally go away and study and you've got to go away and refine it. Just work at taking these opportunities, work at pushing yourself out your comfort zone. And I eventually was like, with my girlfriend being like, go, put your hand up, put your hand up. Like the very last bit, I went, yeah, I'll go up. Really took everything against me to do it. My natural instinct was, no, someone else would do it. So looking around, a few people did, and fair play to them, they've got the bottle to do it. But I was watching and I was like, there's over 300 people in there and only 5 people have just gone up. I was like, I'm going to be the 6th. Put my hand up, literally walking up like this, like my legs shaking. But once I stood on that stage, had the mic in my hand, I felt like I was where I needed to be. Loved it. And the other day, was going through TikTok, saw the Traitors pop up. Claudia Winkelmann being like, do you want to be on the Traitors? And I was like, yeah, why not? I'd probably hear nothing back, and they said they would. But old me would just scroll past that. I've gone, I'll apply. Because what if? I'm trying to do things which I didn't do before and just put myself out there. And that's all you can do. Just try and be better than you were before.
Yeah. And this sort of idea of putting yourself out there, it's great because once you start doing it, you realize that some people out there will come to you. It's much easier for someone to come to you than for you to go to them. And putting yourself out there, that's how it starts.
100%. My partner went on the, and I'm so proud of her for this. She went up first. And you know what? Someone ruined her joke for her.
Oh.
And he gave another go, but she didn't think of one. And bless her, you could see her, she was like, but she still just followed through, made an off-the-cuff joke. Mo Gilligan put that up on his Instagram, and that's now, at the last time I checked about a week ago, it's on 500,000 views.
The video. Yeah, when we're done, you can send it to me. I'll put it up here.
Go for it, Agni. Go for it.
Why did the monkey fall off the tree?
Yeah, because it's dead. Wait, Agni. We'll give you one one more chance. Where you from again? Lithuania. Come on, for the Lithuanian man them. Come on, do your thing.
What do you call a idiot? Agni from Lithuania.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Go on, Agni. Pick up your thing. I've never seen anyone dance like that to dance hall ever in my life, boy.
Nice.
Honestly, and that was just from her having the balls to be like, and how can I not? How could I? I'm the person here going, I'm the social media guy, and how can my girlfriend sit up there not caring about social media, and then me sit there and not do it?
Yeah, I know.
So that's what I'm on about, surrounding yourself around the right people. So it's, yeah, I was like, yes, I'll go for it.
Love that. So something else I'm interested in is, obviously, I want to see if there's anything that you've taken from being a personal coach, and if you've taken anything from being a mentor to the kids that you've taken into sort of like social media, streaming, videoing. Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think patience, a lot of patience with mentoring. If you don't have the patience, you're not going to do it, because these kids require it, which is completely normal. And with the personal training thing, it really highlighted, if anything, it highlighted to me, I've got a lot more drive and ambition than I thought I did. I thought I was that kid, and even my brother, as much as I love him, and he is amazing and he is supportive, when we first started, he just wanted the best for me. But he was like, he's like, some people have their roles in life. Maybe you just might, maybe just, you don't have the drive to want to push yourself to be the biggest businessman or biggest PT out there, but you're willing to, work for the gym and people just pay you whatever. And I always thought, and because I had the low confidence, I was like, yeah, maybe. And the more I just went off my own back and kept going, just kept, resilience is huge. Resilience is also massive. Going through the shit months where I'm having like 4 clients, having to be only fortunate enough to keep afloat because I'm living with my parents at the time. And it's like, just resilience pushed me through. And then now I'm like, got a successful PT business, successful mentoring business. I'm now got the drive and ambition to push myself to go as high as I can with social media and streaming. I never had that 4 years ago. And a highlight of that would be from all the things I've been doing.
Yeah, give it time, be resilient, push through. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I just hope I'll be resilient and patient enough to do the same.
You will do.
Yeah.
You're doing this.
Yeah, it's great. It's honestly like it's one of the things I always look forward to. It's very cool for me, and I couldn't wait until we met today. Yeah.
But you may look at the video back, and regardless of the views it gets, you may look at how you've performed and been like, compared to the other videos I've done. And of course, it can always be down to the guest. Don't get me wrong. We've had that good connection, but there can be still things you pick up where you know what to look for, for prompts to look for. So you'll look at this and think, compared to my first one, and if it's changed and you're enjoying it, what else can you ask for?
Yeah.
Positive.
Thanks. One friend. So normally I try to see if I can get one of my friends to ask questions, and one of my friend Aaron, he's interested in. I told him about you and the different bits you're doing, and he was interested in how you juggling the time between doing coaching, helping out the kids, and obviously your dream, streaming and social media.
You just make time for it.
Be a bit more specific, because some people might say, yeah, how do you make time?
Again, it's just hard because it's like, I'm not going to be one of those people. I could give you everyone's got 24 hours in a day. What's your excuse? No, I'm not that smart. I wouldn't do that. It's just...
Normally, I am that person. I feel like there are 24 hours in a day.
There is 20, and there is 100% fact to it. But then to those people who get that will be like, I get it, and they're doing this. But the people who don't get it, or don't, and just see that as people like us are twats. But the best way to do it is I'm always going to push my dreams, but I've also got to be real. I've got a nice balance. I'm realistic. I need a roof over my head. I need to be paying my bills. I don't want to have anyone else subsidize me or I can fund myself. So my job will always be my priority. Luckily, fortunately, some of you may not have it. I have got a flexible job. I can pick and choose hours around my clients and also around myself. So I can always make time. But because I find gaming and streaming my passion, when people get home and they're like, oh, I'm a bit swamped. I'm like, oh my God, I have to game with the boys. Oh shit. It's a passion of mine. And there are days where I'm like, I don't want to sit and film, especially when I used to film for an hour and have to edit. But it's just, once you find that thing that once you find that passion, honestly, it just doesn't feel like it. It really, really doesn't feel like it's taking much of your time. Honestly, and I know that may sound weird to some of you, and please comment if you think that's a load of rubbish, because I'm sad to hear that. But it just doesn't. I come home, dinner, foods, sound. I just PlayStation. It's on my mind. Gaming, content creation. It's not hard for me to put a camera in my face whilst I'm to and from jobs. So again, fortunate I've got flexibility for my job. But the passion I have is not like a sport. It's not like whatever. I can do it in the afternoon. I can do it in the evening. I can always make time for it. But you just once you find that, it doesn't matter. You will make it work. You just will. And then that's when you know. And the reason why I say that is not because I want to be a pretentious twat. It's because
Like me.
I didn't want to say it, but you just know you've got the right thing. When it doesn't feel like, I watched an amazing show, Arcane. If you haven't watched Arcane, you're missing
The
out.
League of Legends.
And if
one.
you tell me, it's like my older brother, it's an animated show, you child, grow up. Honestly, grow up. And the reason why it
Some of
highlights
them
my
are really
point,
good.
because once I got into it and
Yeah.
I bought into it, saw through all the bullshit and loved it. And you find out with anything you like, you see through all the hard things, all the barriers, and you're like, I just love doing it. And that's for me. For me, I'm gonna preface that because someone may be finding it harder, and everyone's different.
Something I'm curious about as well with this is I recently had a guest on, and I think she was talking about her passion, and then she said something along the lines of she's not looking forward to it now some days because she needs to make money out of it. So do you think you have that now, or no? How do you think you'll deal with it? Because if you're fortunate enough, and
I will only, again, I'm the type of person, probably because I got it from my dad. Like, and it's funny, I was speaking to my barber about it today, and he was like, can you tell I talk about this a lot? And he was like, talking about it to me, and I said, I'm not the type of person, I like taking risks, but I'm also got that safety net. So at this moment in time, I'm not making any money out of it. But if I was to at the start, I'd have to make a certain amount of money to know, and for a consistent amount of time to just know that it's something I can achieve. So if I'm making the same amount of money I'm making now, I'll go for it and I won't. But the days where if I was to make it and money was to start and I left my job per se and I had the financial issues of it, it would, of course it would be tough I guess it would push me to work a bit harder, find another way. And if I had to, I'd just get another job. And the thing is, I'm not saying that because if you're getting to the point where you're not able to take that next step in your, passion, because I feel like if you've got to that point of making money, you can have a good idea on what to do. You just maybe try something different, do whatever. But if you're getting to the point where you don't have that, you can always, I'm not saying it has to be a personal trainer or whatever, but just don't have the ego to be like, I can't take that step back. Because if there's a difference between you roof over your head and surviving, it's just not worth it. And then you will naturally have that pressure of, now I've got to put it on the passion. So, and that is probably why I've not, because my older brother's done the opposite of what I'm doing. He wants to be a DJ. And he took a step back from his jobs and everything, and he put himself into quite a tough position. And he's doing better now, but the stress he was going through, I'm really, really surprised he's kept. I think the reason he's got through is because music was the thing that kept him sane. But I could have seen why he could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot of stress.
Some people thrive in that, Some people have to go
all in.
Yeah. And remove all of that.
I think that's it. I think that's always been my brother, to be fair. He's always been like that. But I'm not. I'm just. I think I've got my dad in the back of my head. You need to have this money saved up. You need to have this much money put away. And I just think
there's a book I'm reading now called Anti-Fragile.
Nice.
And the book itself talks about 3 types of businesses. You have businesses that are fragile, businesses that are robust, and then businesses that are anti-fragile. And all the time, the businesses that are anti-fragile, what it means to be anti-fragile, basically it means if something was to happen, if a negative event was to happen to you in your life, then are you is there more harm done to you or is there more benefit done to you? And a business or something that's anti-fragile means that the more negative events happen to you,
Yeah.
the more you benefit from them. Whereas something fragile, they
Yeah.
break immediately. The thing in the middle of the robustness is basically nothing happens from it. You've just gone through, nothing has affected you. I'm talking about this because there was something interesting in there which was talking about, well, if you want to be more anti-fragile, then you want to take a barbelled, however you say it, approach, where you go 90% or 80% into something you're sure about, i.e. your day-to-day job, and then 10% into something that's really risky, DJing, streaming, your dream, because then you have all the benefits from the secured job, the thing you're doing, and then you've got all the riskiness, volatility, randomness that you could benefit a lot from. But if something was to happen, you wouldn't lose that much. So
I think that's where I sit.
yeah, what you're doing is completely right, and for your brother, it was also right because even
It works
though
for him.
yeah, it works
of
for him.
course.
Some people they operate like that. Doesn't mean he's not anti-fragile. It just means he's just operating in a different way.
Of course.
That was just an interesting thing.
No, it is interesting, 100%. It's nice to have that, to hear that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it just is, it makes sense because it's nice to have that sort of label to what. I know people like, I don't always like labels, and I don't always like labels. But when they're nice labels, I don't mind them. So it's quite nice to hear.
So finally, I just want to know what you think. What does success look like for you?
I've always said, for me, success, I don't need to be driving. I want to feel fulfilled, for one. I want to know that I've put my mind to something and I've brought it into fruition. So I've PT, say, football. We'll just ignore football. Like it's a sensitive subject. No, but I played at a relatively good level and it was a limit and it's fine. And I lost a bit of love for it. But most part, I want, like my PTing, I've given it a good go and I've, reaped the rewards of it. I don't make too bad off it. And then with that, I want to be able to see it just flourish. I don't need to be driving the flashiest cars, but if I have the option for one, why not?
Why not?
I don't need to be driving the flashiest cars. I like the idea that I can go day by day, and if I want to go for a nice meal or go out on an evening, I don't have to worry about the money I've got in my account. I can go treat my mates. I can go out for dinner with my girlfriend, and I have to be like, oh, I have to look. What's it going to do to my monthlies? Is it going to mean that this or that? I like to go on a couple of holidays a year, and I want to be able to look after the people around me, people who support me. So I don't need too much apparently, as I give this massive list. But yeah, I want to, just want to be able to look after and support the people that have supported me. Actually put what I've said to actually into reality and what I want to do into reality. And just a bit of not as much money stress, less financial stress.
Well, good luck to you.
Hey, good luck to you as well.
Thank you. Final question. I am being very lazy, and I'm going to ask you a very quick question. How should I title this episode?
Oh.
If there's a lesson that's come true, or if there's if there's a theme that you think you've talked about the most, what's something...
Give it a try.
Give it a try.
Or go for it.
Perfect. Max, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate this.
Amazing.
And I've got sort of a tradition here.
Nice.
Now,
Sucker for tradition.
I'll give you this. So this is my favorite chocolate bar.
Yes, I've heard about this.
It's I discovered it in Romania.
Oh no, I have to eat chocolate now, do
You
I?
have to eat chocolate.
Do we do it
now.
on camera?
You can do it whenever you want. You don't have to do it now.
How am I not going to do it now?
Go for it.
You're my live actual... If it's bad though, do you want me to say?
No, please say yeah, absolutely. Never had anyone say it's bad. So before you take the first bite, let me tell you. When I was a kid,
right.
I used to.
Oh, you're going to give me a bit of... Make me feel bad if it's awful, yeah.
No, I'm gonna give you a history here. When I was a kid, I always, whenever I would have a chocolate bar, I used to think this doesn't have enough chocolate. And then someone introduced me to the chocolate bar in high school, and this chocolate bar has got so much chocolate in it. You've got water here, you'll need it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me just take a first bite and let me know. No one's done this with me on camera. This is like live reaction.
First of all, most importantly, I like it. Nice. I'm not really normally a dark chocolate man. I like that. But I think it's got a good balance. I don't think there's too much chocolate.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that really dark chocolatey though. At least that's my take on it.
I like that.
Yeah, wait until the second bite
Yeah, I'm gonna go in for another one.
before you take. Oh, you've taken it. Go for it. What I always try to say to people is, the way you've just taken the bite. I'm trying to see.
I was
if-
thinking about the sideways.
Yeah,
a
go
little bit.
sideways. Check it out because I've tried sideways and sometimes.
It's actually, if I ever do, if I ever do another podcast,
Yeah.
it's gonna literally have to be. They're gonna be like, "What's your standard of podcast like?" You can give me chocolate at the end of it. Because my first podcast I did, they gave me chocolate.
Nice. Yeah. So
Better way to do it.
Better way
Less
to do it.
messy.
it is messy, but it doesn't matter.
Less messy on the sideway.
It is messier, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it.
You're right, it's worth it.
Now, as you're enjoying that, I'm not sure. This is a second gift I have for you.
Oh yes.
So
Your podcast. I'm gonna recommend everyone to come on your podcast. By the way,
Thank you. So we were talking in the gym about this.
am I allowed to open?
Absolutely, yeah. Please open.
You're
do
like,
whatever
this
you want.
one, please open.
Yeah, please open.
Oh, you legend. We did talk about this, and I see it on TikTok everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they're like,
Oh.
read this one. The courage to be disliked.
Yeah, it's a great book.
You know what? Just for you, I'm not even normally a reader. I'm a visual guy. I like to watch TV, but I actually will read this because we have spoke about it before.
I think you'll enjoy it. It's I think for someone like you will. I think you'll see a lot. I
Oh,
think.
too right. I'll see a lot on it,
Yeah.
and it's nice that you've given me that. So thank you very much.
No
It's
worries,
really
Max.
sweet of you.
Thank you
Pleasure
for
as
coming on.
always. No, cool.